Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with their opponents. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Heading out to lead the Giants, as he's done since 2004, Eli Manning. And his hold on the job somewhat precarious coming into the year, but still, look, this is a 2-time Super Bowl MVP and the franchise's all-time leader in passing yards and touchdown passes as well.
Here we go! 15 line. 15 line.
It's on field. Hey, it's on out.
On first down, Manning. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
And we focus on maybe the ultimate home run hitter in the NFL today, and that's running back Saquon Barkley, because teams come into every game with the idea that they want to limit his production and especially his big play ability. But how many times did we watch him in his rookie year where he would be limited throughout the game, and then all of a sudden there he goes out the back door. 50, 60, 70 yards. He's a lot of fun to watch unless you're trying to defend him.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there. First. Down.
Ready?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Big grip.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Manning going to hand it off to Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on,
man. With desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
McCown throwing there, and it's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
This is Corey Clement, the third-year back from Wisconsin, down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, McCown, and this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go!
The New York set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches. Manning to Barkley on the draw play. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 53 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
66. Tighten up. Pull together.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Manning. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They'd love to hold on to that, but first things first, they want to clinch that division.
Well, let's go back to the conversation we had with the coaching staff, and you asked that very question about how important is it really? You got a good team. Can't you win from any spot in the play? They all looked at us like we were crazy, right? You can do it from a lower seed, but no one really wants to try it. Higher seed, much better for them. They want to clinch this division.
Definitely don't want to slip to 5 or 6 and go on the road in that first playoff game. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's McCown. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd and long, it's McCown. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. McCown going to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. A look at the numbers for Aguilar a week ago. 4 catches, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
And he's trying to prove the adage, it's not just how you start, it's how you finish. And he is finishing awfully strong, takes great care of his body. I expect him to go ahead and put a capper on this season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's McCown. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
A run It's Clement, and he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, here we go. 60 or.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Clement. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, McCown.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Hey, high 7.
McCown now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10 to 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
13 games going on here in this final Sunday of 2019, the final Sunday of the regular season. 3 more games still to come following us. Raiders, Broncos, Cards, Rams, and Niners, Seahawks. And then we'll know the 12 teams who will continue on into the playoffs starting next Saturday here on EA Sports. Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Manning on the bootleg. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, it's kind of interesting when you think about Eli Manning and what he's done in his career against the Eagles because it's one of the teams that he struggled the most with. Just 10 and 20 in 30 career games head-to-head, including 2 losses last year in 2018 with the Giants losing both in Week 6 and Week 12 to Philadelphia. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. 20! And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 14th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas good with the extra point. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And we are even at 10 apiece. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Let's make these babies cry.
Working from the gun, McCown. Got his man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. McCown, 6 of 10 of this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Check 15, check 15. Samuel West.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
McCown now on first down. Going to go to Clement here out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's McCown. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcus Golden able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Go to 60 outlaw.
Watch the pass.
Manning now on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Manning going to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And let's look now at Josh McCown as we focus in on our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Single slot. Check 13. They got tight left.
Here's McCown to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Evan Ingram works his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way. He solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ballgame. Let's see.
Manning now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Watch out.
From the gun, it's Manning. And he gets it complete to Latimer. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Cody Latimer. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Josh McCown ready to head back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down, we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And let's look now at Josh McCown as we focus in on our players' spotlight. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Julian Love, the rookie from Notre Dame. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood!
Shotgun here for McCown. Aguilar has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
A carry for Clement. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 17, McCown. His throw incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. McCown looks to throw on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
McCown to throw for it on 4th. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Kareem Martin. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Eli Manning with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they open the lead up now to 25. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
McCown incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Clement. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. McCown now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hey, seam 6.
From midfield, here's McCown. Completes it to Aguilar.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On second down, Clement, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got four down.
McCown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. McCown again on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive, as this is 3rd and 10. McCown looking to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Manning, he'll get this out to Barkley, complete. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed it. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
And now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
The 37-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
Single receiver. Key 26, key 26. I'm coming.
Switch protein spills. They go.
Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll watch. End up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Go. 60 yards.
Hey, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
On the draw, here's Sanders. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now McCown. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
On the set.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And McCown's throw there, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 22. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Still on his feet. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
Locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking to turn anywhere for a stop defensively. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from it.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks and the speed and quickness of that defensive line.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. B.J. Hill able to record his 5th sack of the season. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Working from the gun. McCown. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And New York set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with a run by Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.